There's something I want to talk about as well that I just cannot let pass up tonight, though. And this is something that's hit home for me over the last several weeks. I'm sure all you know, or at least have some idea of the gay suicides that have been going on lately. And that's something I want to touch base on as a straight ally of the gay community because I it's not so much the suicides that I find crazy, even though God knows I think it's just the suicide rate has just got ridiculous among the gay community lately. And some news stories I've heard of, such the Rutgers student, I mean, the one that actually had filmed his roommate. I, Apparently, some people don't know what privacy means, but even more importantly, they don't they don't even know true meaning of civility, kindness, respect, and integrity. And what I want to touch base on is I just cannot believe how so many of the gay community are being treated. Late, Lately, it's not just been all kinds of homophobic slurs, although I've heard of some that have actually made the hair on the back of my neck stand up on end. But it's also the abuse that's been going on, physical abuse, such the student who had his arm broken just because I believe he was a cheerleader or something, and they went and just broke his arm for that. I mean, come on. And then I've got to say something about the ones that try to tell others to be a man, if you will. I mean, I'm sorry, but how in God's name is being a what does breaking somebody's arm or abusing them just because somebody is gay have to do with being a man or making them into a man? Come on, if anything, the abuser's the one that needs to be made into a man. If he's got to go around breaking people's arms or shoving them downstairs or doing Lord knows whatever else, it's gonna take a hell of a lot of work to make them a man anyway. And then I've heard some stories from some of my friends that have really upset me like you would not believe. The other day we had a candlelight vigil in honor of the students that committed suicide recently, in honor of the gay students that committed suicide. And during the vigil, everyone that was participating, that is, we were holding a candle, mind you, too, holding a lit candle. Those who had contemplated, if I remember right, had contemplated or attempted suicide were told to blow out the candles. And after that, then the person that was standing next to one who had blown out the candle was told to go ahead and relight the candle to the person who blew the original one out. But that night I've heard some of the most saddening stories too about about students who these are people that I'm actually very close to, mind you. There were some that have considered suicide. There were some that attempted it. One person in particular, and when I found this out, this act this actually just about broke my heart too. It really came close to killing me. I found one of my good friends, if I remember right, had actually considered or attempted. I don't remember which was which, but to even have to consider committing suicide 6 times because of how he's being treated just for being gay. I mean that's disgusting, and I'm certain. And as much as I hate to see, as much as I would hate for him to consider suicide too, I find it even more so disgusting that so many people just don't know how to treat each other and how to act like a human being. Take the crazy Westboro Baptist Church for instance, who are some of the people that drive me nuts in this world. Going around funerals saying things like God hates fags, thank God for 9/11, thank God for dead soldiers. I mean that how in the world are you even calling yourself a Christian when you go say these kind of things? And it's not just so much the gay community they attack, but it's also all kinds of celebrities and soldiers. I mean, really, the soldier just died trying to protect this country. You've actually got to come all the way down to protest the funeral and to get up by the churchyard. And yet they're in the Supreme Court right now, and I'm wondering which way it's gonna go too. And if by chance they do end up winning the case, the Westboro Baptist Church that is, well, I'm not gonna say which justices I think are gonna vote in favor of the church, but I think I would have an idea. But if you ask me, the homophobia has just got to stop. It's just been too much hatred among each other, and just for what they are or what their beliefs is, or even what color their skin is. It's all awful. Hate is hate, whatever you call it. And there's no other way to mask it. And it's about time that people just learn to start treating each other like human beings and to act like a human being rather than go and mistreat everybody just because you can or just because okay if I do him wrong then it gives me all the more power. It does not give you any more power than what you had, which is really none to even begin with. If you gotta go and belittle and mistreat others just to try to get ahead of life. Don't even bother trying to get ahead in life abusing others. It's not gonna happen. In fact, all it does is just sink you down even further. All right, then. Well, till the next time, then. Take care, y'all.